I miss the good old days when Snoop Dogg was just a nosy canine slinking around, searching for one of dear, sweet grandmother's hot, steamy, delicious window ledge apple pies. I try to be a glass half full kind of guy, half full of whiskey. Say what you want about the transgender community, but at least I finally understand what a pronoun is. As a comedian, I think I'm most afraid of being paralyzed, as that would most certainly be the end of my stand-up career. I just heard they now can measure the mass of 60 seconds of time. Hey, wait a minute. I've always wondered why they shape candy bars like pieces of shit that come out of people's assholes. Couldn't you, pick another shape? Like a square or a rampant trapezoid? Why don't they shape it like a big, meaty cock? At least some people put those in their mouths. A buddy of mine had a child with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. ADHD. He's been having a difficult time focusing lately. I wanted to help, so I sent him to a concentration camp. Man, oh man, was I surprised, shocked actually, when I found out what goes on in a concentration camp. A little backstory. The kid is a little on the chunky side, so you could only imagine my excitement realizing he's not only going to be much more attentive, but he's also going to lose a few unwanted pounds. Win-win, I say. The new president of Ecuador, Daniel Noboa, has proven to be just what the struggling country has needed. In fact, he's doing such a fantastic job. The country is thinking of promoting the ruler to a yardstick. I went to a restaurant the other day with my good friend Norbert Squirmbottom, nice fellow. We went to the front podium, which I also still stand behind, and the employee immediately began performing oral sex on Norbert. Taken aback, I said, Hey, wait a minute. What the H are you doing? The employee slurped up at me, and, with a look of sheer anger, desperation, and I dare say a little, yes, I do dare say, a little pride, said to me, Why, good sir, this is my job, as I am indeed the head waiter. Whoever said a penny saved is a penny earned obviously hasn't tried to buy anything for a fucking penny. My buddy and his wife made one of those lists. The list where if the other person has a chance to be intimate with that person, the other just has to grit their teeth and let it happen. My buddy's wife picked old Jim O'Neill. Now, Jim O'Neill was a hulking swell of a man. He has a symmetrical granite chiseled jawline, one that would only make lesser men jealous, and the ladies swoon. You ever swooned over somebody, swooning? Anywho, his pectoral muscles ripple under the bright white bicep-hugging t-shirt, and his blue jeans left little to the imagination and gave the ladies something to dream about every night. Jim O'Neill was one hell of a specimen, one which any man would almost jump at the opportunity to have their wives fall into his warm, masculine embrace. My buddy, he picked his wife's mother-in-law. I was at a funeral when some homeless bum walked in and started screaming, "Flippity-floppy-gorgle schnack!" and started flailing his arms like a wild man. I walked over to the homeless bum and said, "Hey, how about some respect? A man has died." He looked at me with his dirty, homeless bum face and replied, "Hey, I'm a homeless bum. What did you expect? I'm so broke. I can't even pay my respects." Teach a man to fish and you feed him for a day. But if you fish for the man, hopefully you catch him so you can eat him. With all this artificial intelligence voice cloning going on, all I can really think is, I hope they do Stephen Hawking's next. I met this lady who had the looks of a beautiful painting. Yeah, a Picasso. Why are our buttholes not located on our waists? Missed opportunity, God. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall and shattered into a million fucking pieces. What did you expect? It's an Eggman sitting on a brick wall above a massive concrete slab. I mean, come on. It's not like he was a steel egg. He knew what would happen. He knew the dangers. Why did he have to sit in a gosh darn wall? Whatever the reasoning, at least he had a memorable exit. I was in the exam room at my local dental office when the dentist told me it was time for my dental impression. He didn't seem to like it when I screamed, "I'm a toothbrush," and rubbed my cock in his mouth. Actor David Carradine was set to star in a sequel to Steve Martin and John Candy's 1987 hit film Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. But Carradine passed before the film could begin production. The film was set to be called Hangs, Chains, and Autoerotic Asphyxia. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Probably the chicken. You ever give an egg an orgasm? Yeah, I fucked a chicken.